You know that feeling when you are just like completely mentally drained, but you know that there's still stuff that you have to do. So that was me last night. Last night, I sat on my couch for hours. I was actually watching Welcome to Dairy, and I watched episode 7. Oh my goodness. Side note, that was one of the saddest episodes of television I've ever seen in my life. So if you watch that episode too, let me know down below. But anyway, so I sat on the couch. I ended up sitting there for hours and I knew that I needed to get up. I knew that I needed to, one, go to bed because it was just getting later and later. And number two, I needed to clean the kitchen before I went to bed because I had cooked and the kitchen was a disaster. But despite knowing that I needed to get up, every cell in my body resisted getting up, which is what led me to sit there for hours. And if you know what that feeling is like, knowing that you need to get up and do something, but for some reason you just can't force yourself to do it, then this video is for you. I'm going to talk about different psychological tricks that can help you get up and moving and doing the things that you need to do, even when you're too tired to do them. One trick that you can do is the countdown method. So, anytime you feel that resistance to get up and do whatever it is that you need to do, you should count down from 5. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you get to 1, move your body. Now, you're not moving your body to start whatever task it is. You are literally just counting down to move. So if you were sitting down on the couch or laying down on your bed, count down from 5. And then once you get to 1, stand up, get up. And that's all you're trying to do. That's the task for the moment, is just to start moving. Because, like I said, the countdown isn't for you to start the task. The countdown is so that you stop overthinking. Because the reason that you're not getting up is because you're overthinking. You're overthinking the process. You're overthinking whatever it is that you have to do. Because your brain is trying to get you out of doing whatever it is that you don't want to do. But your brain can't argue with you if you're already in motion. So the next time you feel yourself hesitating, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then stand up and just start moving. The next step is to keep it small. This is about one of the only times I'll ever tell you to think small. Otherwise, or most times I would tell you to think big. But in this case, you want to think small because, like for me, the idea of cleaning the kitchen sounds like something that I just don't want to do. It sounds like it's not fun. It sounds like it's going to take up way too much time. And just the idea of it sounded overwhelming to me last night. So trick your mind into it being something small, something so small that it seems dumb to not just do it. So instead of cleaning the kitchen, I can look at one dish and I can put that dish in the dishwasher. That one action took all of 5 seconds. And it's really hard to resist something that only takes up 5 seconds of your time. But even though that one thing only took 5 seconds, once you're in the motion of doing it, your brain will switch from, this is too hard to, well, I'm already here. I may as well keep going. Another thing you can do is removing the idea of choice. We all have the ability of free will. And if you have to make a decision every time you have to do something, it will begin to feel overwhelming. And because you have free will, you will ultimately give up. You will say that this is too hard. I don't want to do this. And you will make the choice to not do it. So that's when we have to remove the choice. For me, I like using the reminders app on my phone. So I have a reminder every day at 9 p.m. It goes off and it tells me to clean the kitchen. And I have to do it because it's ultimately something that I want. I don't want a dirty house. I don't want a dirty kitchen. That's how you get bugs. Like, I want to keep a clean kitchen. So it's not even something that I have to do. I should rephrase it as it's something that I get to do in order to keep a clean house. So if my ultimate goal is to keep a clean house that doesn't have bugs, then I don't have the choice of some days cleaning the kitchen and some days I don't. I create the system where it's automatic for me to clean the kitchen. Another thing, when tasks just feel like so overwhelming and just like really daunting, and you think like, oh, this is going to take me hours. And maybe you actually don't have just hours at your disposal that you can do this thing. But do you have 15 minutes that you can dedicate to it? Do you have 10 minutes that you can dedicate to it? Do you have 5 minutes? If you have 5 minutes, tell yourself, I'm going to do this thing for 5 minutes. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it in 5 minutes, but for the next 5 minutes, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ignore every other thing and I'm going to clean this kitchen for 5 minutes. And only after the 5 minutes is done do I have the permission to stop. And the reason why this helps is because one, you start the task of whatever it is you're doing. In my case, it's the task of washing dishes or cleaning the kitchen. And so in that 5 minutes, I'm able to do something. There's less dishes in the sink. I cleaned up that spill on the counter. Whatever it is, whatever I was able to do in those 5 minutes, I got that done. So I already have a sense of accomplishment. But this is also helpful because once you get started, you build momentum. And even if the 5 minutes has passed, if you're not done and you still have time to do stuff, you tend to keep moving. Why? Because you're already doing it. Why not just finish it now that you're here? Another thing you can do is stop trying to feel motivated and instead just embrace feeling discomfort. Because that discomfort, that resistance that you feel of starting the thing that you need to do, that is not a sign that something's wrong with you. It's actually a sign that your brain is doing its job. Because if you don't know, your brain wants you to stay comfortable. Your brain doesn't like it when you try new things. Your brain is very pattern focused. So that's why if you've ever tried to change your diet, it's hard mentally because your brain is like, "Oh, like why are you switching things up? Why are you trying to do something new?" Or if you feel like you're always in the same type of relationships over and over again, it's because your brain consciously or subconsciously is always seeking patterns that it's already used to. If you are trying to change something about yourself, it's going to feel uncomfortable. But feeling uncomfortable, in this case at least, is a good thing. So whenever you feel like, I don't want to do this thing, instead you can just change the narrative around it and say, I'm feeling this resistance because this is something that is going to change me for the better. This is something that's going to make me stronger and it's going to separate me from who I used to be and allow me to become the person that I want to be. In this case, I want to be the girl who keeps a clean house. I want I want things to be tidy. I want things to be organized. I want to feel peace whenever I'm in my home. And because I want those things, I'm willing to do the things that are required of me in order to be that person and in order for me to have those things. And here's what's actually happening. So every time you do something when you don't feel like doing it, you're building what psychologists call behavioral activation. So you're proving to your brain that feelings don't control actions. And it's not about being productive, it's about taking back control of your life just one small action at a time. If you're watching this, you may be in a season of life where everything feels harder than it should. But forcing yourself to do one small thing when you feel like you can't do anything, that's not toxic productivity. That's self care. That's actual self care. And you're taking care of your future self. So you're not broken if something that should be simple feels hard, but you also don't have to stay stuck. Action creates emotion, not the other way around. So you don't need to wait to feel motivated. You act, you take an action, and then motivation will follow. So if you're still watching, I want you to pick one thing that you've been avoiding. And then I want you to use these different methods that I talked about and then go off and do that thing. And if you feel comfortable, you can write down below what that one thing was for you. And also, if you're still watching, one of my friends who just happens to be the baddest, the smartest, the funniest, she told me to tell y'all hi and also to leave a red balloon in the comments if you're still watching. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and share it to anyone that you think this video may help. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.